All right. Our next and final storyteller for the night is Vijai Nathan. Vijay taught me everything I know about storytelling. She was a teacher in my first storytelling class. I love her. She's amazing, and she's a goddess. You will worship her or face my wrath. Please put your hands together for Vijai Nathan.
Hey. So I'm Indian, hey. And I suck at dating because my parents raised me to get an arranged marriage. Are there anybody else raised to get an arranged marriage? Okay, all right, so you feel my pain. And I was not allowed to go anywhere near the opposite sex when I was a kid. My dad was like, Vijay, men are animals. You go near them, they go crazy, and they rape you. You look at them, they rape you. You make them a cheese sandwich, they rape you. I'm like, okay, that's a lot of rape for a third grader to hear, but I get the message. And now I'm pretty pissed because my parents actually didn't come through on the arranged marriage. And I have no skills. I have no dating skills that I feel like most other, kids growing up in America learn. And I can never tell when a guy is hitting on me. Like, I went on a business trip a few years ago, and my coworker and I were having a drink, hanging out in his hotel room on his bed. And we were, chatting about music. And he goes, what would you do if I pulled out my dick right now? I'm like, we were just talking about Fleetwood Mac. Like, how did we get from Stevie Nicks to your dick? Just please don't ask me to make you a cheese sandwich. That's all I ask. And I am the only single person in my family, in my extended family, and out of all my friends. So the pressure is really on. And all my friends are like, oh my God, you should go online. There are so many nice guys online. And I have seen every To Catch a Predator, every Dateline, every Lifetime movie. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm okay. And then my mom got in on the act. She's like, Vijay, please do something. Your eggs are rotting every day. Last year, your egg could have been a doctor. This year, a pizza guy. Next year, a Republican. But I resisted. I resisted until one Friday night, I found myself alone at home, crying, drinking a box of wine, and watching that scrappy Meg Ryan on You've Got Mail. Yeah. When I decided to join eHarmony. That's bad. Wait, yeah, I know. Okay, have you guys heard of an elephant graveyard? Okay, so when an elephant is out in the wild and it knows it's gonna die, it instinctively goes to its final resting place. eHarmony is the elephant graveyard of online dating. It is where lonely, ugly people go to die. So I spend 3 hours answering those 500 questions, waiting for that creepy white guy, Dr. Kevorkian Warren, whatever his name is, to give me my matches. And finally, they pop up, and I'm looking through them, and I'm trying to figure out which question did I say, yes, I will date every member of a Dungeons & Dragons fan club. Because these guys were not just unattractive, they were weirdly hideous, like one turkey leg away from the Renaissance fair kind of hideous. And I'm not a shallow person. I will date conventionally ugly men. Absolutely. Like, Steve Buscemi, I would do him, totally. William Dafoe, Gerard Depardieu. But these guys were like the top contenders in a Gollum lookalike contest. So I'm looking through the matches, just trying to pick the least bruised banana of the bunch. And I find one guy. And he's not smiling in any of his pictures, but he's really handsome and serious and brooding. And I think, this is a complex man. I could go for a complex man. He's like Heathcliff from Wuthering Heights, or, Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey, or Sean Penn in every movie. So he asked me to meet him for a drink, and that's when I get nervous because I'm like, okay, I've got to pick the right outfit because I don't want to look like a floozy. Well, that's an old-timey word, floozy. Okay, or like, slutty or easy. But I do want to look good. So I settle on jeans, boots, and this fitted top, blue silky top, which shows you that I have nice boobs but doesn't show any skin. And then I go to meet him in the bar, and I spot him right away. And he did not dress to impress. He's wearing track pants, Skechers, but the fancy kind, in a Costco barn jacket with dandruff on the shoulders. But at least his face looks the same, okay? So I go up, I smile, and I say hi, and he smiles, and I immediately see why he is not smiling in any of his pictures. This guy has the most jacked up teeth I have ever seen in my life. I mean, it's like Luray Caverns, like stalactites, stalagmites, like every which way. I mean, this guy was like a T-Rex on crystal meth. He could have been the love child of a caveman and anyone British. And all I could think was, eHarmony actually costs money. Like, I wanted him to just fix his teeth. I felt bad. But then it dawned on me that actually I was the hot one in this scenario, the Beyonce, if you will. And I'm never the hot one. So I decide that because this man has probably, this is the closest that he's been to a vagina since his actual birth, that I am gonna give him the best date of his life. I'm gonna be the Mother Teresa of online dating. I am gonna ignore my pre-planned emergency phone call from my sister. So I pump up the charm and sparkle, and I tell him that I grew up in Maryland, that I'm the youngest of 3 kids, and he tells me that he's a drummer in his band, and that he's working on his demo in his parents' attic, and, he doesn't want to get too famous because, he needs a private life, right? And then his phone rings, and he goes, "Hey, dude, are you okay?" "Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I'll be there." And I said, "Are you all right? Is everything okay?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, my brother is locked out of the apartment, and I gotta let him in." He was pulling a fake emergency on me? I mean, and he's like, I mean, what's he gonna go home and watch a Firefly marathon? Seriously. And it wasn't even a good fake emergency. I was so angry. And I was like, he's locked out? Okay, I know what you're doing. I know that this is a fake emergency, and this is the worst fake emergency I have ever heard in my life. So why don't you just wait 2 minutes, because my sister's gonna call? And she's gonna be lying in a ditch, bleeding by the side of the road, just outside of a prison where a man with a hook for an arm is on the loose. Now that is a fucking emergency. Good night. Thanks.